Hey YouTube, today I have somebody very special all the way from Mokokchung. People know him as TK. He is a musician, a singer, and a songwriter. Please help me welcome the amazing TK Lemtur. Hey buddy!
Hey man, what's up?
I'm doing good, how are you?
I am pretty good. How are you?
I'm also doing good. So welcome to the show. This must be your first time on a talk show, is that right?
Yeah, this is, yeah.
It is so nice to finally see you
Thank
because
you.
I've been seeing you online, on social media, so it's so nice to finally have you sat here, so much back and forth after that.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, man.
So right now you're in Mokchong, but you've been traveling a lot recently.
Yeah, I've been traveling. I came back home for some work. So currently I'm in Mokchung. I'll be going back to my campus tomorrow again.
Wow. I mean, the weather must be really hot right now in Mokchong.
Mokokchung, it's kind of warm these days, unlike the previous years. So yeah,
Yeah,
it is
I'm
pretty
loving it.
warm.
I'm loving your background, by the way. I can see a family portrait.
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, that's my dad's family side.
Wow, amazing. Okay, we really have to talk about your single that came out in 2019. But you were on a hiatus. You were taking a break
Yeah.
for, I think, 3
Yep.
years. What is going on? What happened?
Actually, the COVID thing happened and I got carried on with my, research work and all that. So I haven't been able to put out more music, but I promise new music's coming soon. Starting next month, I'll be releasing some singles.
I mean,
And an EP.
incredible. Incredible. I feel like all your fans has been looking forward to that because you have been taking a 3-year hiatus. We haven't seen
Yeah.
you on social media. We see you, but not that active. And then
Yeah.
so happy that you're coming back. I really want to talk about your single Lights. That was such an amazing one.
Okay, sure.
And it has over 30K views. How do you feel about that?
Well, thank you so much first of all. I wasn't expecting much, but somehow the reactions, people are loving the song and getting good positive reviews from people and fans all over. It's like pretty amazing. Yeah.
How long did it take you to write the song?
That song, it took me just a couple of days to write, probably 2 days.
Wow.
And then we just spent some time in the studio. I was with my producer, Ode, and I just recorded. I just went to see him once, and then we were like, there's a song that I wanted to do, and like he was like, why don't you just play it? And I just started playing for him, and he's like, let's just try recording it, and we just recorded on the go. It just happened like that. Actually, I just went there to talk about producing the song, but we ended up recording, and the production just started like that, and it just happened.
I mean, in just 2 days, writing a song like that must have been, nerve-wracking for you because not many people complete a song in 2 days.
Actually, for me, it's like I write what I feel. So usually when I get the inspiration, I just jot down things and I just get on my piano and I just start playing. And I just end up, completing songs like that. Sometimes it takes months, but some songs it takes just a couple of hours even. Depending on the song,
Yeah. I saw that you were doing a little bit of Michael Jackson moves in the video. I mean, I did not know that you could dance.
I can't dance, by the way. That was just forced. That was just forced out of me just for the music video's sake.
Yeah. It looked amazing though, by the way.
Thank you. Actually, I used to dance a little bit when I was in high school.
See?
So,
Something.
but I quit dancing and just for the music video, it just happened like that.
I mean, everything happens for a good reason, huh?
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind the song when you were writing? What inspired you?
Well, that song, I wrote it about my previous relationship. I was going through a breakup, and the sleepless nights thinking about this and that. relationship. So that's how the song came to be, Lights.
Mm-hmm.
It's about not giving up entirely on a relationship, like still keeping hope that, the two of you might work it out. So lights is like it's like a signal, sending to the other
hope.
person that I'm still gonna keep the lights on, just for you.
I mean, the title of the song really says it, because light, that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, when you were recording the song, what was going through your mind when you were singing?
Recording, I was just putting all my emotions into it, just trying not to oversing it. Just try to put as much emotions and feelings as I could, because I am very much into soul music, aside from R&B. So I wanted to put as much soul as I can into the song. So
I noticed that because I was also checking out your cover on Sam Smith. I'm not the only one, and you have a really soulful, deep voice. By the way, you did the cover amazingly. I love that.
Thank you so much.
You have a phenomenal voice again.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
DK, when did you start singing? At what age?
Singing, I won't say I was prepped up for singing like that. I'm more of an accidental singer, okay? So there's a funny story behind me singing. It was like, ever since I was a kid, I was into music. I've been taking piano lessons and all that. I was in a choir, so probably the singing started from there. But as a solo thing, it started out in school. All of a sudden, I had to compete in a competition. I wasn't prepared at all, just because I knew some music. The teachers thought I could sing, and that's how I discovered singing. Yeah.
What song did you sing on stage during that time?
I probably sang "You Raised Me Up."
Wow, such a tough song again.
Yeah, and I actually ended up winning the contest.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
So
it's late, but congratulations.
Thank you.
So, what happened after winning that competition?
Well, nothing much. It's just that I discovered I could sing, and my interest for singing, songwriting grew, and I just kept on performing, trying to discover my own style, and here we are today. I think I kind of know my style now. Yeah.
I think it's always hard and difficult to find the right genre for you.
Yeah.
So how has your journey been so far as a singer, as an artist?
As an artist, as you might have noticed, I've been taking a lot of years off, and I'll come back to this scene, I'll be off again. That is probably because I've been doing my studies, I've been doing my research work and all that. So I've been in and out of the scene. But whenever I do music, I never actually, distance myself from music. I am always writing something. I'm always involved in music. It's just that I don't put out new music just because I don't get time. To work on the new materials, or to work with people, to work with producers and all that. So it's not that I've been taking time off from music, but I haven't been putting out music.
As you should be, nah?
Yeah, as I should be.
Yeah.
It's just my schedule that's quite hectic, that's why, yeah.
It must be. I think you're going through a really hectic research work going on right now.
Yeah. I am currently doing my PhD, and so research work is going on. Yeah.
Where are you taking your PhD, may I ask?
I'm doing my PhD from this Himachal Pradesh, Dr. YSP Palmer, UHF. It's in Solan, Noni. So I'm doing my PhD in olericulture. It's a department of horticulture.
That's very far.
Yeah.
When you go there, do you miss home?
I do miss home, but then again, I've never been home most of my life. So I've always been studying out. So, but I do miss home. Yeah.
Of course, I mean, home is where your heart is, nah?
Yeah, home is where the heart is. Exactly, man.
How do you cope up? I mean, like, you are taking your PhD now. You're doing a lot of research. So
Yeah.
when you try to make music in between, how do you handle those work and then music at the same time?
Well, there's no particular, formula or key to how I handle that thing. It's just that, when I'm tired of my research work, I just go dive into music. And, when I'm doing my music and, when I need to work, I just get back to work again. And then whenever I get tired of work, I just get back to music. So it's like,
Whenever you want.
because whatever I want. Because, too much of something can be a little too much sometimes for you.
Yes, yes, yes. I totally understand.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your new EP that's coming out next month.
Yeah.
So, can you give me or give us a spoiler or maybe a peek of what's the song or what the EP is gonna look like?
EP. Okay, so the EP that I'm working on, it won't be out next month. I'll be releasing a couple of singles from the EP, and then probably after that, in a couple of months, I'll be putting out the entire EP. So the EP, it's all about my journey. I have been, suffering from this social anxiety and insomnia ever since COVID hit. So, the songs and the EP are all about, the struggles that I went through as I experienced all those anxieties and those social
Stress.
influences, the stress and those insomnia. And it involves a couple of songs about relationships as well. So, yeah, it's basically my journey, the couple of years that I've been out of the scene.
I think it's going to be breathtaking just by hearing you say about what the EP, the singles are gonna look like. I think the fans are gonna have an amazing time hearing them.
Let's hope for the best.
Talking about the COVID, you went through a lot,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
So, what went through with you during the COVID, the pandemic, the lockdown?
During the pandemic, I had recently moved to Delhi. I got stuck there for over a year. So I was actually working on my EP back then, and also I was working as a creative director for a music academy. So I got stuck there, and because initially the COVID, there was so much anxiety regarding COVID and all that, and I had my work cut out for me. I couldn't do my recordings in time. There was so much of like work stress related to the academy as well. So given all that thing, I started developing this social anxiety and insomnia and all. So I had
And
to
did
take
you
up.
get help?
Yeah, I had to take up therapies. I had to go see psychiatrists, psychologists, and all. And eventually, things worked out.
You're better now.
Yeah, I'm all better now. And and the thing is, I didn't have a proper vision of my EP back then when I was recording. But then because of the struggles that I was going through during the COVID time, it made my EP vision quite clear that I should write about this, because it's probably just not me that's going through that shit.
Yes.
I feel like many people who have been going through that during that time and are going through. So I was like, let me just write about this thing. This is more important and this is more relevant in terms of relevancy and what people can connect to. So
Yeah.
so
think
COVID in a way was like a
Tough
blessing
for
in
you.
disguise.
Oh, yes.
It was hard,
I
but it
would
was
say
like
tough,
a blessing
but
in
yeah.
disguise. Yeah.
It must have been. It must have been. I feel that when you're going through something, you should get help, and you did get help. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Yes. I was so blessed to have so many, friends and family who were very supportive of it and, made me realize that I need help and all that. And I'm also proud of myself for accepting that, I need help. The fact that
course.
because
I
because
think
acceptance is the first key to it, yeah.
yes, DK, yes. Shout out to your whole entire relative and family for supporting you in that.
Yeah.
You've been you've been out of the spotlight for 3 years now. We've talked about that, but
Yeah.
back when you were very active as an artist, as a
Yeah.
singer,
Yeah.
you must have obviously experienced a lot of challenges as a singer. So may I know what challenges or struggles did you face?
Well, first problem that I think I specifically faced was like, since I haven't been staying in Nagaland for the longest time, I had no idea what the music scene in Nagaland was. I just wanted to do music. I just wanted to put things out, like my style of music. I just wanted, my music to be out there. So while trying that, I used to find it quite hard to, adhere to people's taste of music, especially in Nagaland. And I feel like my genre is not something that everybody listens to in Nagaland.
Yes.
It's not one of the most popular genres, so to say. So,
Truly.
initially that was kind of hard for me. And then the fact that we don't have all this, proper music industry and, it's hard for musicians to get gigs. To actually earn from your own music is kind of hard in Nagaland.
So
But
it is very difficult, honestly.
yeah, it is quite difficult. Yeah, and okay, these days the scenes are improving. Things are happening. But back in the days, when I used to do my own music, I was clueless. I was lost, and there wasn't much exposure. There wasn't much you could do also. So that was one of the hardest challenges that I faced, I should say.
Was it because also at the same time you just came back to Nagaland after such a long time, and then there was nobody to
Yeah.
guide you? Was there also something
Yes.
that made you struggle?
Yeah, exactly. And the people I worked with also, they were never from Nagaland. So they weren't like proper a mentor, the mentorship.
To guide you.
There wasn't like a proper mentor to guide me and all that. So that was something that I found hard to deal with.
Truly said. Okay. 5 years or 10 years down the road from now, you are a researcher now taking your PhD. But where do you see yourself as a musician, as an artist?
As an artist, there's only one thing that I want to do, that is just continuously grow and develop my art and, touch as many souls as I can with my craft.
I love that. I love what
all
you
I
just
want
said.
to do as a musician. Yeah.
I just love that. You are also kind of a
Thank you.
fashionista. You dress really well.
Okay, thank you.
Where do you shop?
Thank
May I
you.
ask?
Shopping, I don't do much shopping, but usually if I had to get stuff, it's usually from Zara, H&M, or Marks and Spencer's.
No wonder you dress really well.
I do get a lot of stuff from my dad's old closet.
Hey, same here. Oh wow, we have something in common, DK.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, you are singing. You are also a PhD scholar. So many things going on in your life. So, your parents, when you first started out singing, what did they usually say to you? As like, don't sing or something like that.
Well, they have always been supportive of my music. Actually, mom was the one who put us through all the classical music training since we were kids. So, they've always been supportive. My sister, she is a classical pianist. So she's the one who studied the actual music.
Oh my gosh.
And
I think your family is full
know-
of musicians right now.
kind of. So they've always been supportive of the music, but they do tell us to, keep our goals clear, to always know what you want to do,
Keeping yourself grounded.
Yeah, keeping ourselves grounded, not myself,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
ourselves
yeah.
grounded.
Yes,
We
yes.
should always know what we're doing.
I just love the fact that your mom is such a supportive person. Because
Yeah.
when we look at the current scenario in Nagaland, not many people
Yeah.
or not many parents support what their children want to do.
Yes, that's quite true.
You have a history of so many musicians. So how do you feel about that?
Well, it just feels nice, that that my own people accept and they accept and like, the things that we do, that is music. So it just
Alrighty.
feels nice. Yeah.
I love that. I love that you have such a strong support system. And shout out to your mommy.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. My grandpa, my dad's dad, he used to be a songwriter back in the day.
Oh my
And-
gosh! Wow.
And he was like he was the choir director of the church back in the village. So
No wonder
I feel
you're so
like
gifted.
that's got no, it's not about the gifted, but I feel like I owe it to him as well.
Yeah. Shout out to your grandpa also. Shout out.
Yeah.
Okay. In closing, you yourself know that there are so many aspiring singers out there in Nagaland, especially.
Yeah.
So is there
Yeah.
any words of advice that you would like to give to them?
Well, if you would ask me, I'd say I'm not in that pedestal to give such good advice. But one thing I would like the new aspiring artists and all to know and to cultivate is your own art. Like stay original. There can be only one you, and make sure you're true to yourself. You know what you're doing. Like you have a complete vision of your style, and you just put it out for the people. And if you are being original, people are going to connect to it, even if it's just a couple of people. They'll connect, and that connection is more important than going for the marketability. So of course marketing is
said.
important, but just stay true to yourself.
Originality is needed.
Yeah, originality. Yeah.
Truly said DK. Thank you so much. I hope that whoever is watching this feels inspired, motivated, and encouraged. On that note, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.